But again, if you don't know the mechanisms of GHK, copper, and inflammation, let me explain a little bit on layman's term. So
Yes.
they a peptide. Now, this peptide, think of it as a protein. So this peptide's in your body. So we got the patch on us. Boom, your body gets stimulated. The GHK copper gets stimulated, and it's there. So what does it do? So this GHK copper, I explain to patients, is think of it as like a road construction machine. Okay, so here's a big road construction machine here, and we got beat up road over here, and then they got to clean up this beat up road. The beat up bad road, think of it as inflammation in our body. All right, so this GHK copper gets stimulated. Now it's going to go find the inflammation. Now, one thing that our body knows, and I tell everybody this, even though us doctors get big egos and all that stuff, the body's smarter than any doctor on this earth. I'm telling you that right now. So the body knows how to do what it needs to do and the order it needs to do. Okay, so when you get this, and let's say you have a headache, okay, and all of a sudden you say, you know what, doc, this patch didn't help, my headache's still there. Well, maybe you have something a little bit more in your body that you don't know about. More inflammation, more problems, more attention that your body needs. So your body's going to go ahead and that GHK copper is going to go attack it. But what the GHK copper does is it finds that inflammation and it'll eat it right up. As it eats up that inflammation, it's laying new road or a new cell instantly right after it. That's what's so amazing about this GHK copper. And that's why when it first came out, it was huge in skincare. It was huge. And if you read about it, and so that's what's really nice about it. And then when you dig deep into GHK copper, I believe the discoverer of this, his name was Lauren Pickard. I believe
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. And what's amazing is back in 1973, he did his thesis on, guess what, GHK, because he's the one that developed or discovered it. He couldn't even believe. He even thinks that it's an adaptation over time, where our body adapted to make this to survive throughout the ages. But he's a real interesting man. But way back then, even in the 70s and 80s, that's before this patch was in the thought in David's mind. He said that skincare is amazing with this. He even said it has anti-cancer, like you heard. He says the lung protection is amazing with COPD. He talked about anti-inflammatory, what I said, how it destroys the anti-inflammatory. He even talks about stem cell influence, just like you heard all this. But what I like is I heard this from the reps, from the videos of David and even Dr. Stacy and all that. So you're thinking, okay, are they just making this up? Are they, exaggerating? Because you always think that. Well, you go back and you read 1973, he was talking about it. And in the 80s, he was talking about the same things they're talking about now. So when I see that, listen, this is a wonderful product that he created here that is so easy to use, so easy to put on, and the effectiveness is just tremendous.
I love how you say that, because you said that in Michigan too. Like the inflammation just chomps up the road. This GHK just chomps up that inflammation, that road, and lays a new road at the same time. We can all picture that visual, right? Just picture your spine, all the inflammation. Let's get it out and let's lay that new road, perfect spine right below. And I've honestly been going to a chiropractor since I was 18. So that's 30 years, 31 years I've been going to a chiropractor. And I've never heard a chiropractor tell me ever, which is shocking to me, right? What you just said about the joints and things being hard to adjust or to stick if there's inflammation in there.
Yes.
Which is surprising, because it does make perfect sense. We know we're in pain when we have inflammation. We know things are not functioning or moving the range of motion, but that makes so much sense when you think about